You can't leave.
But we have to get help. There are police on the train. I wanted.
I took care of the police.
What?
You're one of them.
How did you get in here?
That's a good question.
You're Otto, right?
Well, duh.
Who are you?
Wait. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
Otto, listen to me. I'm hijacking this train.
I think I gotta watch episode 1 again of the first season and then see how I feel about it. But there's something off about this first episode of the second season.
What do you mean by that?
I wasn't criticizing anything. I guess because it's the first season of yeah. So I was like, let me just keep quiet. But this one, I'm having to compare it to the first. And I mean, it's natural to compare it to the first season.
That's right.
It's good. It's okay. I won't say it's like it's wow. I think it took too long to just kick into gear. Certain characters weren't acting natural or organic at all. That one train driver who was just banging on the door, that's not normal. If he had said, oh, not this again, Otto, then we'd be like, okay, that means this is not the first time Otto has had a panic attack or done something similar or whatever. Or Otto, you're at it again, or something, but that whole banging and opening the door, nah. Whereas the lady in the control tower, talk to me, are you okay, what's going on? And the other lady that stopped him at the previous station as well said, yeah, you good? Why are you here? Even when he was in the toilet as well. Then she got, control on radio and spoke to that specific lady, say, yo, just, bend the story a little bit. It's funny how it's two women showing more compassion, whereas the other guy, zero compassion, zero care, just banging on the door. That didn't make any sense. That was just off kilter for me. The children are a little annoying, some of them, especially the one that said, sir, my date is done. What does that mean? Unless the school or the trip that they're on, the teacher has to provide you with extra data. And then what does that look like? His phone? Or is there a data cube that the teachers carry around? And okay, so if I give you the data cube, for example, how do I know you're not going to deplete that data cube on your own? Or are you all going to share it? I mean, if your data is off, then how do I, is there a thing where they've chipped in money for data and then he can specifically give her £5 worth of data, or is it euros, wherever they are? I was like, so why? Nah, it threw me off a little bit.
Damn.
But so far it's looking cool. I don't know why they've done the twist that Idris is hijacking the train. They've left little breadcrumbs with his ex-wife in that little cabin wherever she's at, where the flowers was delivered to her. At least I know the guy that came with the lady has a rifle, and if they were bad, his demeanor would look and feel different. But I didn't get a sense of bad guy energy from him. Her, however, she was a little chatty. Deliver the flowers, asking her what's it for. That's you are doing delivery service. Here you go. Bye. Are you okay? First of all, you good? Need anything? No? Okay, cool. Take care, enjoy yourself. Deuces. So her, I'm not too sure about. The lady with the scarf that feels a little militant because of her bone structure. I'm not saying because of how she looks and she might be a bad guy. It's just the way they've casted specific people.
Well, duh.
Whereas in season 1, you couldn't tell who was the good guy and who was the bad guy. That's one thing I love about season 1. Season 1 was like, yeah, you're gonna be, observing everyone, and the one next to you could be the bad guy. And I really, really enjoyed that about season 1. Whereas this one, they're drawing your attention to certain people and their mannerisms and their characteristics. And I'm looking at the facial features. I'm looking at someone who's tall, big, muscular. You're like, okay, that's going to be the brawler, that's going to be the intimidating force. And even the chatty lady as well, she might be the brains behind this thing, or she might be the one who's supposed to be on the train to make sure the thing goes smoothly. So, and the fact that she saw Sam Nelson and she's extra chatty and he's avoiding her.
That's right.
I can imagine she's like, okay, now Sam is on this train, we have to make sure our thing goes according to plan, because Sam is on the freaking train and this guy derailed, or this guy put a stop to the plan in season 1. So if he thought of the plan for season 1, we can't let him mess up the plan for season 2. Whatever we're doing on the train. I don't know if they're connected to the plane as well.
That's a good question.
Like if it's a larger organization. But if it is, are they able to track Sam as well? Because Sam, disrupted the plans for the first season. Why would they allow him to be in the same vicinity where they're doing their thing? Unless Sam is ahead of them and knows what they're doing and is infiltrating the system. But he did say he's hijacking the train, so we'll see. we'll see. For the first season, for the first episode of the second season, it's okay. It's an okay first episode. It didn't hit me as good as the first season, episode 1. That one was, the whole episode was just fire.
You ain't lying.
There's one character asked a question, and he or she will follow that little thread. Another thing will pop up, and they'll keep your your attention here, and you're like, okay, this is cool, but how about that guy? When you go back to this guy, there's another thread that spirals out of his thread. You're like, okay, dude, this is interesting. How about this one? It's just the way they just kept you on your toes, and not like unnecessary distractions. Everything just wove into the main story thread eventually. So I appreciate the pacing of the first episode of the previous season. They did a great job. Absolutely done well. Where you thought you could mistakenly suspect someone as the bad guy and they turn out to be the good guy, and you could mistakenly suspect someone to be the good guy and they turn out to be the absolute worst. So that whole guessing game, it could be him, it could be her, it could be them, beautifully done. This one, like I said, some of the characters just feel unnatural. The boy who's afraid of trains, I've never heard anyone say they don't like going on the trains. I've heard seasick, airsick, or whatever it is, but I've never heard anything to do with not wanting to be on the train. So I don't know what's, I think maybe it's motion sickness. Then how does he, yeah, I guess he has motion sickness. So, but then if you're going to the museum and you knew you were going to the museum, how come there's no other route to take to then say, can we take a cab or a coach or a big, vehicle that can take all the children to school? Maybe that doesn't fall under their budget. Surely it does.
I don't know.
Yeah, it better be good, man. Don't want to waste my time being excited for the second season and then it's trash.
What?
Because like I said, I'll say again, the first season was excellent.
You don't understand.
So they've shown his ex-wife, they haven't shown his son yet. I wonder if the boy, but whoever they've shown for a reason. To bring his ex-wife back, she must be in the cabin for a reason, and it's probably going to tie into season 1. And then the guy that the lady was talking to at the, I don't know, embassy or security office or whatever, he's an absolute, he was, when you write someone to be too much of a douchebag, dude, you're presented an image or a portfolio or a folder. Open the thing, take your time to read the thing, and if you didn't want to be there, then walk away. Or just say, let's have a phone conversation. Bring Sam Nelson in, put me on Skype or put me on Zoom or on audio, and then record the whole thing and cool. Or yeah, put me on Zoom and then send me the stuff digitally. But you got there physically and you're whining like a little whore. Shut up, dude.
You ain't lying.
Just things that when you move the dial a little, too far off the normality scale, then you're like, oh, calm down. Unless he's in on it. Whatever is going on with the train, unless he's part of the whole thing, then I can be like, okay, that's why he was the way he was. But even that, you don't want people to suspect the character because he's overacting, or you've written the guy to be an overly douchebaggy. Just bring it down a bit. But aside from all those little nitpicks here and there, I'm cool with it. It's an okay first episode. I just hope the second one is more, it's meatier, and there's things, there's multiple things going on. They misdirected the asylum seeker with the rucksack. Even he as well, you don't need to see my rucksack, blah blah blah. Especially if you're an asylum seeker, there's a way you navigate that situation. And then the policeman drew guns on him. 2 guns?
What kind of shit is that?
It's a bit much. Yeah. But then again, maybe that's how they do in Berlin. Guns drawn though? Yo, that's, maybe the crime rate is very, very low in Berlin. Guns! I don't know if that is a natural thing to do in any part of the world. Now, if you said it was America, it's like, that's on brand.
Damn.
But that's probably how Berlin rolls as well.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a...
If you have no cause to pull out a gun, the person you're apprehending hasn't given you any reason or hasn't even shown you a weapon whatsoever, hasn't reached into his or her pocket, and isn't behaving in a way where you're suspicious of them carrying some sort of weapon. And even the guys who went into the room to investigate the room and saw that there were false IDs and some device, it looks like the guy who was investigating the scene, it felt like that was a little piece or last piece of the puzzle to put a bomb together. Probably so, who knows. But with the premise of season 1, I know this is a bigger thing than what the viewer or the audience might think. And I wonder who's come off the first season to watch the second season, and I wonder who doesn't know about the first. Well, I wonder who's watching the second season first and then is going to do a watching the first season after the second season, or maybe they'll just watch the first episode of this and say, okay, this is cool, let me hold off, go back to the first season, catch up, and then come back, because it feels like they're going to tie it in some way, shape, or form, especially when the lady who was showing them the paperwork mentioned the hijack of the Kingdom airline. But I really enjoyed the first season. You just playing it back in my mind right now. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yeah, it was shot well, done well. And however they rigged the whole thing up, because they weren't obviously in a real plane, but the setup was beautiful. Very, very believable. So whatever rig they put together to make it feel like they were really on an airplane, impeccable.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Anyways, that's me done for now. Hopefully episode 2 is good, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Deuces.